We're going to move on, Pete, but pick straight up with that actually with Liverpool, because we know they were interested in Anthony Gordon. Could we see them go back in potentially with a second bid for the England international?
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. Obviously, he is of interest to Liverpool. I think he was mentioned before the June 30th deadline as being a potential exit from Newcastle due to the PSR regulations, but I think Newcastle and Eddie Howe were determined to keep hold of Gordon. He had a brilliant season last season. That's what helped him get into the England squad for the Euros. He was outstanding for Newcastle, and that's why we've seen Liverpool show a bit of interest in him as well. It's going to be interesting now to see Anthony Gordon's whole take on the situation after the Euros. Will he maybe want that move to Liverpool, and then Newcastle have got a bit of an issue on their hands if that's the case? But I think Newcastle, they will want a huge fee for him. You're probably looking at £70 million plus for Anthony Gordon right now. They did spend a decent fee on him from Everton, so they would look at a real handsome profit on that if they were to sell him. But for me, Eddie Howe doesn't want to lose Anthony Gordon, and he is planning with him in his team for next season as well. So maybe Liverpool might have to look elsewhere, because I think Gordon maybe could be too expensive for them in this summer transfer window.
Are there any alternative names, Pete, to pick up on if they are to miss out on Gordon? Have they sort of named or noted any other potential wingers that could come into the club?
Yeah, I'm sure the Liverpool recruitment team, now with Richard Hughes and the sporting director, will have a long list of targets, not just Anthony Gordon, to look at. Nico Williams, who's having an outstanding Euros with Spain, the Athletic Bilbao winger, arguably being one of the players of the tournament. He's a player that's been linked with the move to Liverpool as well as several other clubs. He has got a release clause in his deal at Bilbao, but lots of reports in Spain suggesting that the player himself would prefer a move to Barcelona, but I'm not sure how Barcelona could fund the deal for Williams right now, so that might open the door for Liverpool. Johan Bakayoko of PSV Eindhoven is another long-term target for Liverpool. He went to the Euros with Belgium, but maybe didn't play as much as he wanted, so he's another one who would definitely be a cheaper alternative for Liverpool if they are looking to bring in another wide man. And then probably looking at the Euros right now, maybe Liverpool don't need a left-sided winger, because Cody Gakpo's been doing that role pretty well for the Netherlands in this tournament, so maybe he could go in and play in his preferred role on that left side of the front three rather than down the middle as a number 9. So lots of options for Liverpool to consider, and if they're not able to land some of their top targets, maybe they have got players already in that squad who can fit into new roles.
Paul, to pick up on that, it was actually rumoured that Gakpo is going to be Liverpool's main number 9 next year, either on the wing or as their number 9. What do you think that means for the future of, say, Luis Diaz or Darwin Núñez potentially?
I think he started less games than Diaz last season and scored more goals, and we've seen in the Euros. I've certainly covered a couple of the Netherlands games. I've been really impressed with him. I think you can see what you get from Gakpo if you're playing him regularly and he knows what he's doing every week he's playing. And as that main man, he's been playing out on the left-hand side, specifically against Romania. I think the way that his forward impetus, the way that his drive was his first goal, as soon as he picked up the ball, he takes on the fullback, Ratsiu, cuts inside, gets an opportunity, hits it really well. Goalkeeper should save it, but that's not just that one instance. He's done it the whole game. He's a big, big part of what the Netherlands have done in that game against Romania. And he looks a different player, in all honesty, in an international shirt to what you've seen at Liverpool. Almost at Liverpool, he looks like he knows he's only going to get 1 or 2 chances or half a game, and then he's going to get replaced. I think Diaz, I would, from an outsider looking into the Liverpool squad, seeing what I've seen at Gakpo, I'd certainly be playing him ahead of Diaz this season, giving him a run of games and putting him on that left-hand side, because he is so dangerous. Even with the Dutch's second goal, I think it was, that Marlon tapped in, the balance and the poise that he showed along the touchline against Dragozin. Dragozin went to shield the ball out, and Gakpo was strong, balance, and it's just his whole reading of the game. And I think, listen, as we speak now, he's sat top of the Golden Boot list as well, playing left-hand side. He looks a real player, and he could come back to Liverpool energised. Who knows how far the Netherlands are going to go in this competition. But for me, Cody Gakpo looks like the type of player that under Arne Slot, I'd like to see him given more of an opportunity to play regularly every week, not as the 9, but as that wide player on the left who's got the ability to cut inside and cause problems, because we've seen so much of that from him in the Euros.
But what does that then mean, Paul, for their number 9? If Gakpo is to play on the left wing, does it mean they're going to be playing Jota up front? Would it be Núñez, or would they be looking potentially at bringing another forward in to sort of, I say, push the club on for next season?
But look at Núñez, look at the way that he's playing in the Copa America at the moment under Marcelo Bielsa. I mean, he's having a fantastic tournament, scoring goals, taking opportunities. They've got a plethora of attacking quality there of Liverpool. I think the issue is always going to be Mo Salah's future. We know there's interest from the Saudi Pro League and how long he's going to actually stay there, and whether they're going to get some kind of remuneration to put that kind of wealth back into the squad. For me, I'd play as they've got now. I'd play Gakpo on the left and Nunez down the middle. The two of them are having fantastic time with their international teams. But it depends what Arne Slot wants. We haven't seen a Liverpool side under Arne Slot. He may change the formation, but we're talking about a formation that was successful to an extent under Jurgen Klopp. You know, Arne Slot's not going to come in and try and replicate Jurgen Klopp. He's his own man, he's his own manager. He will have different ideas. He may play with one up top, he may play with two up top. We haven't seen a Liverpool under Arne Slot yet, so we don't know who's going to fit where. I mean, they've got the attacking quality to play anywhere. You look at the 4 or 5 players that they've got that can play in those positions, you wouldn't worry. You would only look to strengthen if one was to leave.
And Pete, to sort of wrap up on Liverpool, are there any further targets, please, you can tell us about, or any particular positions they'll be looking at signing going into this window?
Yeah, the positions still haven't changed for Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool have been very quiet in the transfer market so far under the new management of Arne Slot. So I would expect them to sort of speed things up in the next few weeks once all those players return from international duty. I think a goalkeeper, a number 2, and also a number 3 probably is needed at Liverpool if Kelleher is to leave. Adrian has already left the club as well. So, yeah, I think goalkeeping area is a part of the team that Liverpool will be looking to strengthen in. Been talk of maybe a left back coming in as well to provide cover and competition for Andy Robertson. We've got Ike Nouri at Wolves, has been mentioned as a possible target. He had a very impressive season for Wolves last year, scored lots of goals as well, attacking from that left back position. Again, he maybe played more as a left wing back under Wolves, the way they play. But I think he's a good young player as well with huge potential. So again, he could be somebody that Liverpool are looking at. And then I think probably the big area that Liverpool need to strengthen it is that number 6, a CDM that Liverpool need to bring in, so it allows Alexis McAllister to play in his preferred number 8 / number 10 role in that midfield. So I think that'll be the 3 key areas that the Liverpool recruitment team are looking at right now. But again, things can change if there's departures. If Luis Diaz was to leave, they'll definitely be looking to probably bring in a winger as well.
We'll move on. You've just watched a segment from Football Insider's brand new podcast, The Inside Track, with me, Lewis Pearce, alongside the guests on the show. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please do give the video a like, comment your thoughts on the topic, and feel free to share on your social media pages. If you want to listen to the full podcast episode, click the link in the description below. Keep your eyes peeled for plenty more content and exclusives here on The Inside Track.